My name is Jot Singh Khalsa, and 50 years ago, I discovered and adopted the Sikh faith, and was in business for and have been for 50 years, both my own businesses and then as a co-founder of a large government contracting security firm for 36 years. When Jot Singh asked me recently if I could serve by providing a little bit of advisory services to his business, I was really honored that he'd asked me that. And it's been interesting and really a pleasure to work with him, talking about his aspirations, his strategy for the business, and what he wants to achieve going forward. Jot Singh is a great artisan, creating pieces in the Sikh spiritual tradition. I've been lucky to always see Jot Singh at events that I've been at for at least 40 years, and to hold and see those pieces and enjoy them. These traditional weapons and works of art that he creates inspire and really connect you to the spirit and joy of practicing Sikhism and living Sikhism. To own these pieces at home or in a gurdwara gives a real experience of their integrity and beauty, and an experience of Jot Singh's dedication and commitment to their originality and authenticity. Jot Singh has worked tremendously hard to master his skills in creating and making these pieces, and to master his experience and engagement and practice of the Sikh tradition. So Jot Singh, that's what I wanted to share with everyone, and I hope it reflects what you feel you bring to this work and to these pieces. And I will turn it back over to you.
Thank you so much, Jay. I appreciate it, brother. So welcome, folks. We have looks like 4 of you of the 23 who actually signed up for this call. So we may have others trickling in. Nice to be with you today. After this introduction, I'll be happy to answer any questions you may have. I'll let you know when I've concluded, and you'll be able to raise your hand in the reactions at the bottom of your screen. Possibly during my April 1999 trip to Anandpur Sahib, India, where we presented the most involved sword we ever created, commemorating the 300-year anniversary of the birth of the Khalsa, I wondered if I might have been in Guru Gobind Singh's army 300 some odd years ago. So for me, creating excellence in sharp, beautiful, and functional kirpans, swords, and knives may have been in the works for lifetimes, which is one reason I'm so passionate around this. I believe our kirpans are the world's finest, and for 45 years, I've been dedicated to creating excellence in handmade edged weapons. All of that know-how gets conveyed to our manufacturing partners. I feel like we are just getting started, as many new designs are coming. And I'm showing you a few of those things, a few of those new designs in the chat. Let's see. right now. Yeah, if you just look in the chat real quick, you will, that's right at the bottom of your page. You can see the chat. And so my question for you is, what good is your kirpan if it's not sharp? How can you be of assistance if called upon to stand up for someone else being marginalized in some way? Consider being one of the few with an exclusive kirpan representing your commitment to be a defender of others in this world. Isn't this part of the legacy we were left to be spiritual warriors? At the end of this call, I'll present 2 special offers, provide discount codes for those, as well as draw a winner for our free stainless Damascus steel Kara bracelet. I will put a link to Kirpans in the chat, which are available now, and to pre-order. I think I'll wait till the end, and then I'll go and describe the special offers that I've arranged for today at the end of this call when we're done with any questions. So I think that's all I had to share as a little bit of an introduction. Now I guess we have 3 of you who are, and Dea, of course, my brother. And you are welcome to answer any questions to ask any questions you may have. I can say a few more things, but I can also pause for any questions anybody has. You'll need to unmute yourself. If you could go to the bottom of your page and raise your hand under reactions. If you click on reactions, you can raise your hand, or you can just, 2 of you I don't see at all. So if either of you have a question, Gary, pleasure to see you, sir. Ranjit, I'm okay with you not showing yourself, but if you have a question, please ask.
Jot Singh,
Yes, sir.
could you go into a little more detail of the new Kirpans that are coming out, the swords that you're working on, and just provide a little color of about them and what's happening with them?
Yeah. So what I'm not showing you is what I haven't shown you in the chat is the first Noble Lion Kirpans, which I could show you in case. Let's see. Yeah, I'll share my screen real quick here and just show you those. So these are brand new, and they're coming. We have them in this white pearl, what we call Kieranite, and we also have them in a dark blue. We call it midnight blue Kieranite. There's a wonderful noble lion here in a durable gold tone finish. It's inlaid in the scabbard, and so that's those are new, and those are coming in May. They've been delayed because the resin has been delayed. In the chat, I put in a couple of Kirpans that we're hoping to get this summer. Possibly they may not be till late this summer. And these would be the Noble Lion 2 Kirpans. These are a rather sophisticated, very sophisticated metalwork, 3-dimensional metalwork done, sculptural metalwork done to these Kirpans. And those are the 2 on the top. And then let's see, it looks like Gary, did everybody get those, or did I just send those to just got popped into Gary? Can everybody see those? Looks like they may have just gotten to Gary.
I saw the Kirpans.
Okay, you did in the chat?
No, I saw them on the Zoom.
Right.
right on the wall.
I think for some reason all right, let's see, everyone in meeting. All right, let me do this again as it wasn't done quite correctly. So now in the chat, you will see, everyone will see the Kirpans we're bringing forth. Sorry about that little technical glitch. So the first two on the top are the ones I just described, the ones that are wonderfully sculptural. And then on the scabbard, you have a noble lion, another noble lion. And the shield that we offer, this Kunda shield, Adi Shakti or Kunda shield on the handle. And then the next one down is something that we've just conceived of, and we haven't quite started with that one. But I'm excited about it. You know, I had quite a bit of design work done to bring that forth. And then the final one that shows one with the white resin and two with blue resin in 3 sizes. And the larger one is beautifully laser engraved. Those are going to happen by the factory who just recommitted to working with us. We worked with them for 13 years to create excellent Kirpans for us. And so those we expect, not quite sure when. We're waiting to hear from the factory with a quote from them. But I was happy to hear back from them that they're willing to start working with us again. They were just, our things take so long. Our Kirpans are so labor intensive for their workers, and they only have a few people who can actually work on our Kirpans. So that's one reason why they actually stopped working with us. But for some reason, after a couple of years, they decided that they're willing to do that again. So anyone have any questions? Otherwise, I'll continue to you can raise your hand either in the chat or in the, you know, in the on your screen. Gary, go ahead, unmute yourself, sir, please. Bottom, yeah.
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, good, thanks.
Great. I'm fortunate enough to have one of your compact Kirpans already. I've had it for some years now, and it's a prized possession.
Waheguru.
What is the steel on these new lines? Is it a similar grade of stainless or?
Yeah, they'll all be a very respected stainless steel, and what we've determined is we don't want to spend extra money on having the very you know, just paying a lot extra for having the very finest blade steel. That would be something that would stay ultra sharp if it were used every day in the field somehow. Because these Kirpans are rarely used. I mean, people still want something that they could use if they wanted to, but the reality is that most of them don't get used. So yeah, we haven't chosen the steels quite yet on some of these newer things that haven't actually been started yet. We are getting prototypes made on 3 sizes of the new Noble Lion Kirpans that not this Noble Lion 2 that's in the chat, but the Noble Lion 1 Kirpans that I showed you on my screen that are being done in the dark blue and the white pearl.
Gotcha. Great. Right. The new designs for the Noble Line 2, the heavily engraved ones, just look beautiful, absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Thank you. These came through the man who was making the Song of the Khalsa swords for us. Did that for 7 years. And he was a very gifted 2-dimensional designer. And he just went wild, having fun doing some sketching for us. And so this is what came of those. We were able to turn that into 3-dimensional work. His
Yeah.
his gifts. And his factory wasn't able to be as consistent as we needed them to be. We have a new factory we're starting with now for the Song of the Khalsa Swords, which we hope to have our first batch of in May. Those have been delayed some as well, quite a bit. They've been delayed several years at this point in time.
Oh wow, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That looks as though a lot of work, such a lot of work goes into those things. It's,
Oh yeah, yeah. Any of these require a lot of care. And
yeah, I'm
you're
sure.
you in the UK, Gary? Where are you?
Yeah, yeah. I'm just Cambridge, just in Cambridge.
Okay, you've been there. Been there some years ago.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Oh, visiting. Yeah, I used to come to the UK every summer before the pandemic.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, well, anybody else have any questions? All right. Well, then in that case, let me tell you a little bit more. Dave, do you have a question, brother? No? All right. So I'm very grateful that over 45 years of being a full-time knife and sword maker, that I was fortunate to win many awards. I used to travel to knife shows throughout the United States as well as in Europe, and grateful that many consider me a world-class artisan and designer. And my work has been featured on book covers, magazine covers, and museum exhibitions, and in print media published in 9 languages. When we create new Kirpans from our original designs, every detail of that design, fabrication, and finish are given attention so that the final product is something you can be proud to own, wear, or collect. And yes, we have found numerous folks actually collect the artisan Kirpans that we've produced now for almost 20 years. That's one reason why we're bringing out quite a few of these new Kirpan designs by the latest, the fall of 2023. And I think what I'll do now, just for a few moments, is show you. This is I'll show you a custom Kirpan. If it's a little hard to show with the way I have the screen arranged with a background, but this is a custom Kirpan that's just about done for one client, and we created 2 of these, and huge amount of time and effort in this. And there's the stainless steel blade, and so that's the gentleman. This is for a Canadian couple, and we hope to ship these to them early this week. This is the large one, and then I'll show you also. This is a small one that's not quite finished yet. This is just about 6 inches long for the wife of this gentleman who I've spoken with any number of times. And yes, this just about done here for her. And this is a little bit different design, quite a bit more curved. And this is what she wanted. So we are still very capably creating one-of-a-kind things. These are a little more expensive. The large one is over $5,000, and the small one is about $4,500. So, but they're hugely labor intensive just to fit by hand. All of the wood here, the metal, it takes a huge amount of patience and diligence to make everything perfectly uniform. We try to get a similar quality in the kirpans we have made for us. Ranjit, you have a question, brother. Unmute yourself. Okay, please go ahead.
Jot Singh, Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki
Waheguru
Fateh.
Ji Ki Fateh. Go ahead, brother.
I'm from India, and it's two in the night, like 2 a.m. in the morning.
God
So
bless you.
yeah. First of all, I'm thankful, just to I'm meeting you on call, and that is a big, achievement for me. Because I was fond of your Kirpan since 2005. From when I know you. And even I visited United States, for 10 days, but I didn't get chance to book your Kirpan. But in 2020, my brother, he gifted me this knife Kirpan, the large one. And that is a big gift from me, like in my whole life, and that is a precious gift, which I can say, which I got from my brother. And but I just wanted to know that the one which you showed right now, the Kirpan which you made for your client for the UK. So what is the difference between that knife and the knife which I have, the knife? So what are the difference between, because I can see the made and the structure is the same, the one which I have. So what is the material like used in the one which I have and the one which you made for the client right now?
So you're talking about the custom kirpans I just showed you, the large
Yes.
one, the small one.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So the handle and the scabbard are a natural wood called amboina, which is a hardwood, a lovely hardwood. AMBO, I think it's BOIYNA, or maybe there's no I in it. It might just be without the I, amboina wood. Not quite sure where it's from, but it's a natural hardwood. And it's basically my time and effort, my 45 years of experience, doing my best to make every element of the construction, the fabrication, and the finish perfect. So it's the same kind of excellence that I endeavor to share with the people who make the kirpans for us, like the one you have, Ranjit, and like the one that Gary has, and even Ralph may have one of our artisan kirpans. Not sure. I know he has one of our bracelets, I believe. Yeah, he definitely has one of our wonderful new stainless Damascus steel Kara bracelets. Anyway, those will be part of a future call. But Ranjit, also the labor-intensive nature, adding some of the stylization, some of the curves in the custom kirpans I showed you, just the fitting of the wood here to the metal requires huge amount of time and patience, and then getting the thickness, everything just perfectly uniform. It's a very labor intensive process, and after 45 years of doing this, I require being paid well for my time. I value service to others. I try to do a lot of what's called in the Sikh faith called seva. I try to do that on a daily basis in different ways. But when it comes to just being paid for my time, to provide my decades of experience, and that's why it's so much more expensive.
Yeah. I appreciate your work, and the sword which is the which one I like, it's Golia. and the one which you have made custom made, it's the curveness is very nice. And I like the curve which you gave on the, the little one. So that is amazing work you did on that. And the one which I have, I'm just pleasant to have that, Kirpan with me, and I'm the only one in like India, I can say in Mumbai, who is carrying this Kirpan, like the Khalsa Kirpan. So, and even my colleagues, my Sikh, brothers, even they wanted to buy. So, so I just wanted to know that how, we can buy more stuff from India, and what are the what will be the shipping time which will take, if we want in India.
So if you go to the website and enter all of your details, usually to India, it'll give you the cost there of how much it will cost to ship to you, and then
Okay.
usually that takes to India. It might take an entire week before you will receive it.
Okay.
There are choices you can make in shipping, whether you ship DHL Express or UPS. Those are the two shippers we use right now for international, and
Okay.
different options will come up for you.
Okay, that's good. That good.
Yeah, we don't have any resellers at the moment in India, but we are looking for resellers as we expand what we're offering with these Kirpans. We will be looking for additional resellers, and yeah.
Oh, and I think everyone, to whichever, Samagam and everywhere, wherever I wear this, and everyone asks, where is from where you bought this, and I just gave the website link, and people go and search over there, and they got to know, yeah, there is something in this Kirpan, and why it is mostly. So by looking at, and the feel which you get by handling it and by wearing it, that is an awesome experience. And thank you so much, for creating such an remarkable Kirpans for us.
Thank you for your kind, thoughts, Ranjit. I appreciate it very much. And by the grace of the God of the One, I will continue. We will continue to, bring excellent Kirpans forward.
Yeah, Chardi Kala, sure.
So, gentlemen, let's see. Any other questions? Otherwise, Ralph, you've been quiet, my brother. It's all good.
While we're on the phone, have a question. Maybe it's a dumb question.
Don't worry about it, brother.
In the as an Amritdhari Sikh, you wear a kirpan daily, correct?
I have two very sharp folding knives in my pocket because I'm a contemporary knife maker and also a martial artist for most of my life. I always want to be prepared. So I'm pulling them out of my pocket right now. I have two very sharp folding knives that are both by the same brand, by the same company. Spyderco is the brand. This one here is my design that I designed for this company. And
I remember when that came out. I wanted one.
yeah, sure. And then this one is called a military model. Anyway, so I don't wear a kirpan per se, but these are my kirpans that I wear on a daily basis. These are in my pocket all day long, and when I go out, they're also in my pocket.
So when you're wearing one of these folding knives or a kirpan,
yeah,
are they strictly for defense weapons, or do you use them for the daily chores that one might use a knife for?
No, I might open a box with one of them. Yes, yeah, I don't hesitate to use one of them to be very practical. Yeah.
And the same would be for like a kirpan.
Well, that's going to be an individual choice, Ralph, by the person who owns the kirpan. If I were carrying a kirpan in addition to my pocket knives, I may not use the kirpan for practical chores. But, just because I would want to keep it nice and the blade nice and clean. And sometimes when you're opening boxes or whatever, the blade will get a little bit, dirty or debris or whatever on it.
Right.
I think that's really a personal choice, and I don't think it's something necessarily to be judged, any judgment about that by others. I might listen to that, but I wouldn't necessarily make a big deal of it. I think if from my being a Singh and a Khalsa now for 50 years, I believe that standing up for others is not small stuff in life. If anyone around us is being marginalized in any way, and that's why we make our kirpans sharp as well, so that they can.
Yeah, that's like I've never actually seen a sharp kirpan in my years of going to Gurdwara and being around the Sikh people that I know. None of it seems to be more of a, I don't know. They don't seem to be as someone who, like myself, who's been a meat cutter and uses knives every day for 30 or 40 years. The kirpans that I see in Gurdwara are pretty useless.
I understand. No, and I'm
Which is really
100%.
weird. Really don't understand it. So I was getting some insight on the actual use.
Well, I'll be speaking in our Gurdwara here about this kind of thing, or just being prepared to be of assistance to others. And I've invited myself to be able to speak in our sister Gurdwara, which is less than an hour away from us, where they're all Punjabis, around an article I wrote that was published on SeekNet fairly recently, around the responsibility that I believe people who wish to regard themselves as spiritual warriors have to stand up for others. I believe one thing I'm trying to instill and bring forth is the importance of those who are moved to learn how to protect themselves, to be able to stand up for others. It's very needed these days, whether physically standing up for others or just speaking up in a situation where others are being spoken to in a way that's not respectful, and it's
or getting beat up.
Yeah, it's good.
Because mostly these days, if their teenagers won't do anything, they would just like take they would just like get their phone and like start taking a picture of it and show everybody. That's what my cousin would do.
I
But
hear you.
the real thing you should do is go up to the bully or whoever's doing that and like say, hey, stop it.
I think I would ascribe to that, Hawk. I think that's a good approach. You need to be a little careful, and you need to be prepared. So, Ralph, are you is Hawk in any self-protection classes, any martial arts classes yet? 10 years old is a good time to start.
Not yet.
I'm in Cub Scouts.
That's
He hasn't had anything like that before. He has started to learn marksmanship recently.
Okay, with firearms.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I have a couple guns.
Okay. Well, learning how to protect yourself with your hands and feet can be very practical. And especially if you're making sure he doesn't abuse that, Ralph, that can be, something that builds character for him. And
Yeah, that's a good idea.
yeah, and all you need to do is find a place where they treat each other with a lot of respect. I often recommend that people you call a few martial arts schools, and you say, I might be interested in training here. And then you go and observe a class or two with Hawk. And if the teacher looks like he's respecting the students a lot, and the students pay that respect back to the teacher, then maybe you'd want to have him train there. Even the technique of martial arts is quite secondary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, gentlemen, pleasure to be with all of you. My prayers are with you for all good things in life. And, maybe we'll do another Zoom call in a month. And hopefully we'll have a few more folks who actually have signed up. It is what it is. It's all good. All right. So I think I'm going to end this call unless there are any further questions. Wishing you all the very best. And Gary, you'll be in touch, and
Yes, indeed.
we'll take, and anybody else, you have the codes you need if you want to grab a little something at a discount. All the best, folks.
Thank you so much.
Waheguru
so
Ji ka
much.
Khalsa, Waheguru Ji ki Fateh.
Waheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji ki Fateh.
Bye bye now.